She ruined our wedding for her friend's proposal. I told my wife, let's call her Aria, 4 separate times that her best friend, Tessa, could not propose at our wedding. Every time, Aria nodded, agreed, promised she'd shut it down. Then, like deja vu, Tessa would ask again the next week, as if the conversation had never happened. It's just one moment, Aria kept insisting. We'll barely notice, at our wedding. Tessa has always been like this. Not evil, just aggressively self-centered. She'd cancel plans last minute if something more exciting popped up, barge into our apartment on date nights with cocktails and guilt-trip Aria about losing her to married life, and order the most expensive meals imaginable before insisting we just split it evenly. Aria adored her. High school besties, inseparable, soul sister vibes. I never asked Aria to choose. I tolerated Tessa because that's what you do when you love someone. But I drew a line at the wedding. 2 months before the big day, I sat Aria down. Our wedding is about us. Just this one day. Tessa gets literally every other day of the year. She can't have this one. Aria nodded quickly. You're right. I'll talk to her tomorrow. I actually believed her. That was my mistake. The wedding day itself started like a dream. The ceremony was perfect. Aria looked beautiful coming down the aisle. We said our vows, kissed, and the reception kicked off flawlessly. We cut the cake, listened to speeches, everything right on schedule. Then came the slideshow. Photos of us, our adventures, the proposal. Aria was squeezing my hand, crying happy tears. When it ended, the lights came up. It was time for our first dance. That's when Tessa grabbed the mic. Can everyone quiet down? I have something really special to share. My stomach sank. I looked at Aria. She wasn't even looking at me. She was staring at Tessa, wide-eyed, anxious, excited. She knew. She had known the whole time. Tessa's girlfriend walked out with a tiny ring box. People started whispering. Cameras lifted. Then, right there on our dance floor, Tessa dropped to one knee. Will you marry me? The room exploded. Cheering, crying, clapping. Phones everywhere. Even our hired photographer turned his back on us to film Tessa's proposal instead. 10 straight minutes of chaos while the spotlight shifted entirely off us. When Aria finally reappeared at our table, her makeup was smudged from happy tears. Wasn't that beautiful? She said. I'm so glad we could give them that moment. I stared at her. I want a divorce, I said quietly. She laughed, actually laughed. Oh my God, stop being dramatic. Come on, let's go do our first dance. I'm not being dramatic, I told her, standing. I told you 4 times this couldn't happen. You looked me in the eye and lied. Her smile faded. It's not that big of a deal. Not a big deal? Our photographer missed our entire entrance because he was filming Tessa. Our dance floor is covered in her rose petals. Half our guests think they came to her engagement party, and you've made me feel insane for months while planning behind my back. Aria went pale. I thought once it happened, you'd see it wasn't a big deal. You thought about you and her. You didn't think about me at all. I walked toward the exit. Aria grabbed my arm. Where are you going? You and Tessa can handle the rest. And I walked out of my own wedding reception, got into my car, drove away. That was 3 days ago. Aria has left 47 voicemails, crying, apologizing, saying she didn't think I'd actually leave. But it wasn't the proposal that lost me. It was the fact that on the one day meant for both of us, she chose Tessa instead. So yes, I'm getting a divorce.